My name is Julian Greene, and I'm with the Taiger Den. Well, my profession is actually barbering and as well as visual art. As far as the barbering piece, that kind of spawned off of the visual arts. Both of them involve your creativity, being able to relate to people. Um, Honing in on your craft is not just a surface thing. Neither profession is a surface profession. You have to really hone in on your craft. You have to see what other people are doing. You have to be able to, relate to people. As far as barbering, most people come to you. You might be the best barber in the world, but they come because they can relate to you. So, you have to make sure that you're able to talk to people, make sure that you're able to, understand that it's not about you, it's about the customer, the client. Same thing with the visual art piece. Essentially, you're documenting a number of things. The fact of it all is that you have to be able to present it in a way where people can relate. Your composition has to be something that people can easily translate on their own. Of course, you have your what's the word I'm looking for? What you're going for, the scene that you're trying to create, but you have to leave it open enough to be able to leave it up to people's personal interpretations. So, you definitely want to make sure that you're relatable. You want to make sure that you know what you're talking about when you do either one, or that your skills are up to par. When you're a barber, you have to make sure that you're not one-dimensional. One-dimensional is in, some barbers just focus on being able to do a good line. But at the same time, the whole haircut has to have a good rhythm, the blend, the taper, make sure that you're going the proper way with the client's hair texture. If they have a certain grain of hair, you don't want to go against the grain because it's going to skip and take it down too low, and you're going to have a mad client. You want to make sure that you are able to, follow the pattern and follow that, just give the customer good service and what it is they're looking for. To be honest, that's really it. It's not really a rocket science thing, but you have to make sure that you pay attention to every minute detail in what it is you're doing, because trust me, it does make a difference. There's 50 million artists. What sets you apart from someone wanting to put your art on the wall versus putting someone else's art on the wall? Same thing with barbers. There's a million barbers in the immediate area, up and down the street. What sets you apart from other barbers? What makes you stand out? Is the way you present yourself. It's the way that you talk to children, the way that your shop is set up. It has to be somewhere where you're attracting good clientele, good energy. Because everything we do. Let me back up. That energy piece is a really good piece to expand on too. You want to make sure that you're presenting good energy, because believe me, what you put out is what's going to come back. So if you want a shop where, or an art clientele where people are attracted to you, make sure that you're putting out good energy. It's imperative. You can have the ratchet shop where you got to duck while you're cutting hair, and me personally, I don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you're putting out good energy where people feel comfortable. You have situations where someone can come in with their grandchildren or their girlfriend or whatever. You don't want anyone to feel threatened. Just in a situation they don't want to be in. Make sure you watch, your tone. A lot that's involved. You just want to make sure that you're putting the best presentation out possible. A sacrifice that I have made was to not rely on other people, if that makes sense. I've been cutting for about 10 years, and I've always done barbering as a part-time job until the last 3 years. So essentially, I just stepped out on faith and just figured that, I can do it on my own. As far as being an employee, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going on camera right now and say, I suck as an employee. I like to do what I want to do the way I want to do it. But you have to have full confidence in yourself and know that you can do it. And believe you me, when you have a family, there's no turning back. There's no time to be second guessing yourself. You have to make sure that you're doing what you know you can do and what people want. What sacrifice do I continue to make today? I don't know, but I kind of flipped that question. I won't sacrifice my integrity to appease any and everybody, because at the same time, every dollar isn't a dollar that you want. So I'm not going to compromise myself in terms of creating an environment that just goes along with anything and any kind of platform, and again, trying to appease anybody, because at the same time, while you might get a customer that comes in with the kid, and you can see the attitude from the door. You know, I recently had this experience. You know, somebody came in and they wanted me to cut their child's hair. You know, I've been here all day. So obviously, you know, at the latter part of the day, you're not going to get the best haircut that you'll get in the earlier portion of the day. You know, by that time, the barber's working on fumes, and trust me, you don't want that kind of service. So she was like, you know, you're going to let this money get by? And by that time, it wasn't even about the money. It was about me putting out a good product. And I'm not going to put out a good product so, you know, somebody go on Facebook or social media and start blasting me. You know, you have to learn how to turn down. You can't go for every dollar. It's not that serious. You know, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, the money's going to come, and you'll be happy. You won't have to sacrifice who it is that you are to appease or just chase every dollar that comes your way. It's not that serious. And trust me, your needs and desires will be taken care of. Actually, that's funny. Sneakers on the Wire is actually where I had a good chance to meet, where I had a chance to meet the producer of this project, Taiwo. So, you know, I don't know if he's going to be modest about that or not, but nevertheless, you know, I really have a respect for his craft. You know, he's an artist in and of you know, himself. I really respect his music. I respect his drive. I respect his hustle. So with that being said, he was a feature at Sneakers on the Wire. He was one of our artists, our singers and rappers or entertainers. And I really did enjoy his portion of the show. Sneakers on the Wire is basically something that's geared towards having a platform to present a relatable issue, which is sneakers. I mean, you know, honestly, who doesn't love a fresh pair of kicks? To bring that artwork or that art form, visual art, or spoken word, or music, or whatever the artistic category is, to, you know, the youth or people that might not be used to that type of environment or exposure. You know, sometimes it even still stands true to this day that some people may not be aware of how much relatable art there is out there. Not only that, but we also have to take care of our own communities. And what I mean by that is sometimes you might have a person that is not fully confident in their craft. You see it, but they might not be aware. It's like, hey man, you need to get your work out there, and don't hoard it to yourself, but don't be shy. You know, put it out there, have confidence, because your work is really A1 good, and you never know where that could you know, Sneakers on the Wire could be a platform that actually sparks that person's effort, confidence, and their whole, you know, following, and you never know where it could lead to. So it's just a vehicle in the community to be able to give people exposure with their art form and their art for their craft. All right. Again, my name is Julian Greene. I'm on social media. I'm working on a website, and that should be up before the spring. I'm working on a website, but like I said, my name is Julian Greene. I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook under Julian Greene with the E on the end. Instagram, Julian_Greene, same thing with the E on the end. And, you know, I hope that we can connect. I really don't want to say followers, because I believe we're all on the same path together. You know, who am I to say, you know, follow me? Let's connect. You know, connect with me on Facebook, connect with me on Instagram, and, you know, let's make things happen. My name is Julian Greene, and I'm here with the Taiger Den, and I definitely thank you for the opportunity.
As I get older, smarter but wiser, I don't hold back, I get beside you. Please don't look away, cause I might surprise you.